This time I really want to take my small existing Rust project and move it into my other Rust project. And effectively, I am combining several projects into one because I want to use bits and pieces from one application in another. So I'm moving towards a monorepo effectively. All right. So what does that mean? I will literally copy my existing project to a workspace of Rust. I will have to change that project's nature. I will have to make it into a library. I will expose some of the methods from that little project so that it becomes accessible by other sub applications in workspace. And I will actually use my little project in my Axum binary application. I'm going to create a get route which accesses the little project's newly created lib. Yeah. If you do like something, then yeah, click the bells. Maybe go to my Twitter. I'm kind of fresh in there. And yeah, hope you like it. Cheers. So last time I worked on some simpler table reading from a file and actually executing the logic so that I could get you know all my results from these formulas. And the more I look at this, the more I think that I want to reuse kind of this logic in my other simple project. And this is the one where I was doing the JSON schema form presentation for some data, and it was written in Rust using Axum. So technically I want this project to use this project here, and obviously I guess the main thing I could do is I can add this project inside here as MD logic, right? And I guess if I select all and move it over there, paste. Did it paste? No, it didn't. Oh, come on. Yeah, let's do it like this. So I'm just gonna, can I paste it actually? Copy and paste. There we go. Alright, so I don't think I need this target. So target is just what was built. Alright, and there's some configuration stuff I need to make with MD logic just in order to make it work. So this git ignore, I don't think I will need that because it will be built into the target of main project. So for the cargo of existing project, so this is a binary, and the go app runner Alright, so there's nothing indicating that this should be technically a library. So if I go to my markdown logic and remove the lock, delete. So yeah, there's nothing that is in MD logic that should say that this is actually a library. That's cool. Sorry, I'm sick. As for the main project, there should be MD logic folder specified so that all applications inside the workspace know that I could use MD logic functionality. I wonder if I try to build it. So it's doing something, and voila. So in target, I don't think. Yeah, MD logic is kind of built. And it's built as a binary, which is not right. I need to retarget it to be a library, and to make it a library, just like with Go app runner, in source folder there needs to be a lib. So, oh yeah, I will delete that for now. I do have a copy of that, but yeah. And I'll create a lib.rs. And what should it have? I should technically re-export some of the logic from logic table. Was it like this? Oh, okay. Oh, I need to import it. All right. Mod logic table, and I am re-exporting. Or should I just pub mod? All right, so that should have worked. And if I build it again, shit. All right, there's more issues. In logic table mod rs. Yeah. How do I do this? So I need to go back one folder. How do I access something from within? Maybe if I don't use those, and VS Code should give me a hint. No quick fixes. So let's go one by one. Use, is it lib? Expression, will it work like this? No, lib context. similar to operand. Should it work like this? No. How do I reference something from there? Google. So Rust lib use module folder module up folder, use module from parent. So this is that. So this is my crate, which is I'm inside MD Logic. Use MD Logic and all that. And it doesn't know what that is. So why was that thing working? Its name is GoApp Runner. This name is MD Logic. I named it the same way. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I am re-exporting that. If I just do that, whoops, nope. You should think of librs and mainrs as roots of two entirely distinct crates. When accessing something inside the same crate, use crate, and when accessing something in librs from main.rs, use myCrate something something. There's no way to access something from a main. Okay. But this is supposed to be the crate context. So should I? Oh, I should re-export everything from there. All right. Pub mod context. This should technically. Now I got it. And now pub mod expression parser, pub mod JSON logic implementation of mine. Cool. So the modification is done and there's no red squiggly lines. And if I try to run it, shit, could not compile. So enum ops declared as private JSON logic mod rs, JSON logic mod rs. The hell is this? OPSS. All right, let's make it a public. Cargo build. All right. So now my target debug MD logic D. So it's, yeah, I've got the library. Cool. So let's have a smaller example. let's consider the moment where I actually want to use it. And in my Go app runner, oh no, playground, in my Go playground, I'm going to use MD logic from a local path equals to up folder MD logic. So now the playground should be aware of my MD logic thing. So use MD logic. I hope no squigglies. So I can run it, I guess. Linking, all right. It is not used. And what I want to have is I want to what do I want to do? I want to parse the string and get the table and then add some data to it. So I'll just do it like this. So how does the parse method work? What's the name of it? Alright, so it's purely functional thing. Alright, so in MD logic I am going to use logic table parse as read table. Will that work? Alright. So do I have I don't have no JSON Sardane here, but yeah, let's at least create another route just to create some response. So not gulp UI schema, I am going to just get table eval. All right. So whatever I had in the example, let's just let's cheat a lot. I'm going to use a table string. Oh, and I actually am going to use a proper test, which worked for me. All right, so this is my table, and let me make it tighter. All right, and in here, so what did I do? Oh yeah, so I got my contents, get test table. All right, so I'm getting an instance of my table now, and the table let table equals to the contents. So yeah, I don't have parse, I have read table. So it's just for reading. So this is the result. And in case if it's okay, oh, since this is the response, I hope I can just read the table. All right. Used in async function, the result on option. All right, whatever. Let's use the freaking match. This is becoming way too long already, but yep. So if table is okay for T, and error is E, so I'm going to re-export error if there's an E, and if it's okay, then I am doing this, and let's try and run table. Hey, I will need to re-export that, and oh, my battery will die soon. All right, and run table. So I guess I need to do this and run table. Whoops. Run table is imported. It will use T, and the result. So this is async error. So this is res. Let res is this. All right, and this should not work. So this is the result. Sorry. And then I'm going to match. So this is the shit code. So it's saying that it doesn't have arms. So this is okay for a result. So this should be output. And the output is just output. And the error again is going to be an error with some other error. So I'm going to bubble it up. What? The result is not. All right, I'll just say here that table read was failed. and to owned string. Okay. So this is that, and I hope I can do. What was the JSON method I used before? Use action JSON. So if I use action JSON and whatever I had in here, I guess I could just wrap whatever I have in JSON. So JSON with a result. All right. Oh yeah, I can just return whatever I receive in here immediately. And this could be just JSON. Bam, and gee, I hope it will work. No squiggly lines. If my battery doesn't die, I want to bind another getter, which will point to table logic. Yeah, let's call it like that. Try to run it. Cargo run. Fuck. Found a struct. Okay, you don't need to see my face. The expected is struct response. Alright, so the planner was result of this and this. So in here, the table thing is going to be this, impl into this, and close this. Status code. Did I use status code? So I can just import it. Alright, and this is not correct anymore. Reason was string, so error is status code and string. Status code, string, and close the bracket. Now this. It should be okay. It should be okay of JSON. No squigglies? Shit. So technically the thing should give me Alright, let's return the same stuff here. Bad request, and there's E. So this should be E. Alright, so yeah, this matches. This matches. Why doesn't this match? I had result impl. Hash map is not serializable of string and operand. Okay, my battery is going to die. I'm going to complete a bit later. I realized I wasn't recording, so I had an issue here where the output was complaining it's not able to be converted to JSON. So what I had to do is for the method run table, I made it return a different kind of output. So the output is now a JSON cert, a serializable output struct, which contains the original thing I was returning. A bit mouthful implementation, but it does the work, and so it can be converted to JSON. And also I had to add serializable traits to my original structs and enums I was using for the operand parsing in the table itself. So there's like 2 or 3 of them. So yeah, the operators I'm using in the formulas for the table, also serializable, and when I run it, it is actually able to build and run. Cool. And if I go to what was the path? So this was supposed to be run table logic. So again, I hard-coded the table and I hard-coded the payload I want to use against the table. So it should give me just a JSON. So there we go. Just like in the test example. So the stuff I had in tests, where I copied stuff from. I copied this test sample. It returns desired dish space ribs. Yep. And if I slightly change this to this, so fall will not work. For this case, this would not work for this case. So because this doesn't match, if I rerun it, it should technically give me an empty array. Yep. Cool. So this is that. We made we were able to move a separate project into a workspace. Sorry. So we defined the members that are participating in a workplace. we were able to move the MD Logic code into a lib file, so it could compile into a is it dynamic or static library? I don't know, but it can be used now in our Go playground, where I just reference the MD Logic stuff that I need, and I can execute the table and get my response and do something with it. So the next logical step for me would be to parameterize all this in a way and maybe execute all of that from the playground too. So hope you liked it, and workplaces are actually, yeah, it's like a great monorepo thing. All right, let me actually try and do this. It will fail. It should fail because the testing is looking at, oh, it doesn't have tests. It should have tests. Yeah, I will have to configure my testing a bit better. Yeah. All right, see you next time.